You're listening to Breakfast with Pablo.
Joining us on the phone today is songwriter, lead singer and guitarist of the Hoodoo Gurus. It is David Faulkner. David, good morning.
How are you? Chief cook and bottle washer, eh?
Yeah. You're the head. Yeah, you're all responsible for everything.
I'm a very busy boy most of the time.
Now, you guys are hitting Broome. Very exciting. 8th of August next month to kick off Cable Sounds and the whole racing carnival up in Broome. It's going to be great.
Exactly. I've got a bit of a flutter as well as a bit of a play.
Well, you're there with Eskimo Joe. Have you played with those guys before?
I don't think we have, no. So it's good to get across paths on the stage with them. Yeah, it'd be good.
Now, you did say that you are going to do a bit of a flutter. Are you sticking around for the races, Dave?
I probably am not going to see much. I was hoping to stay for the ladies' day, but it looks like I can't now, unfortunately. But I'll be staying up for that day, so maybe I can get a punt on before I leave.
Now, about having a bit of a punt, what kind of bloke are you? Do you go for the numbers? Do you go for the colours? Do you go for the names?
I am a classic mug punter, so it's all names, and you know, I try to look at them if I'm at a track. I'll look at the horses and imagine I know what ones look good and which ones don't, but I'm invariably wrong. So, I'm lucky. I mostly bet when I'm at the track, so I don't waste money on my stupidity. Outside of that.
All right. Well, horse 4, race 4 is my surefire winner.
the last.
So if you want to follow my advice, I can't guarantee you're going to make any money though. The Hoodoo Gurus, you guys have been going obviously for so long. The 80s. You guys broke up in 1998. You're back together now for about 12 years. You got a new drummer this year. How's it all going with you guys?
It's going really well. I mean, obviously, it's a bit of a shame that we wore out Mark Kingsville. He's basically just tired of touring, and also physically it's hard for him to recover from the shows. So we just want to, basically get out while he still could and felt good about it all. So, we appreciate that he did that, but obviously we miss him terribly. So it's going to be a whole new thing with Nick, and he's something that we've known for a long time, so it's not going to be too big a wrench, but, it is a change, definitely. Well,
you've been the mainstay for the Hoodoo Gurus for so long. What's it like playing with so many different people and integrating them and whatnot?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a revolving door, but it's a very slowly revolving door. But it's funny, we did these shows recently at the Bitters Festival in Sydney, and we got the past members back.
I saw that.
So there's four previous members, now 5 if you count Mark. So, but at that time, Nick hadn't played a gig with us, so we knew there was going to be Mark's last shows. And we had all 8 people, and it was quite fantastic, actually, just, getting to appreciate that chemistry again with the different members. It's not just, a backstage and, pelling around thing. It's actually a musical thing as well that happens when you get those different people along, and, we recreate the way it felt playing with them as well as, hanging around with them.
I read somewhere online before about the top 5 favourite Hoodoo Gurus songs. I'm going to list them out for you. I'm sure you probably know.
Well, it wasn't my ones. It wasn't what I chose. So I don't know who's. I can pretty certain about one of them that's on there.
Yeah, I think you'd probably be able to get it. But for the listeners out there, number 1 voted was "What's My Scene." Number 2, "Like Well Wipeout." Number 3, "Miss Free Love." Number 4, "Come Anytime," and 5, "Bittersweet." Do you reckon that's a pretty good top 5 list?
Well, it's missing the one that I thought would be there for sure, which is the one that everyone tells me is their favourite when they talk to me on the street or wherever I go. There's one song that's invariably the one they always say is their favourite, and that's 1,000 Miles Away. So,
1,000 Miles Away. Well, I was saying that one or "I Want You Back."
Yeah, I love that.
I thought they would have been there.
Yeah, well, obviously, these sorts of things. Who knows who was voting upon this and what day of the week it was? You know what I mean? What they had for breakfast. But, 1,000 Miles Away is definitely a song that seems to really stuck in people's minds and in their heart. And, it's a pretty important song to me too, but that's usually the one that people talk about to me. Obviously, I like all the songs and they're written for a reason. There's a few I kind of regret a little bit. I thought I could have done a little bit better on some of the lyrics on a couple of them, but not the ones you've named. But, somewhere in our catalogue there's a couple that I think, kind of let myself off easy on that and didn't try hard enough. But they're all there for a reason. They're written with the best of intentions. None of them are written to be hits. They're all written to be songs, and the fact that some of them became hits was good luck, really, and I guess hard work as well.
Do you have a favourite that you love getting up there and performing?
Not really, no. usually we talk about different favourites. You know, sometimes I say the favourite ones for me are like the more ballady ones and things like that, like 1,000 Miles Away. But
Yep.
other times, you know, it's kind of the more obnoxious, in-your-face ones that no one else likes. You know, we like making a racket and kind of, you know, kicking out the jam, so to speak. You know, so we kind of have a bit of that sort of devil-may-care in us that we like to let out occasionally. So yeah, sometimes, you know, it's those songs that no one will ever request that we sometimes like to play the most.
Well, we can expect some of them August 8th then.
Oh, I hope so. We'll just see what we do, mate. We're just going to play a bit of this, a bit of that, you know, and take it, you know, as it comes, and hopefully people will yell out for some songs that they want to hear if we haven't played them already.
Now,
We're always happy for that.
I didn't know this, but back in the early days, you guys were referred to Le Hoodoo Gurus. I've just come back from France for 5 weeks. So I think they'd be very offended that you dropped the Le.
Well, we called ourselves Le Hoodoo Gurus. We did want to have a slightly voodoo sort of aspect, and that has a connection to Haiti and the French speakers there.
Right.
So that's where we put the Le in. But
so it was nothing to do with France?
Nothing to do with France, other than the fact that the French influence in Haiti. But,
okay.
But the Le probably more strictly should have been Lay Hoodoo Gurus, and we thought that sounded too much like Lay Girls, so we kept it at Le, which is incorrect, I suppose, grammatically. Is it Lay Beatles or Le Beatles? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? It's kind of like Franglish, really, so I guess you could...
That's it, exactly. Well, it was very much Franglish. We dropped it because it became really mangled by a lot of you know, promoters, and that they just couldn't get it. They couldn't get Hoodoo Gurus right, let alone putting a Le on there. It was just a bridge too far.
Now, 2007, huge year for you guys, recognised in the ARIA Hall of Fame. What did it mean for you guys to be recognised like that?
Well, it's kind of weird because ARIA has always pretty much, you know, given us a bit of a cold shoulder over the years. So it was funny that we kind of got in through the back door, so to speak. You know, as the lifetime achievement award or whatever you call it. You know, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But you know, it was funny when we actually got there. It was kind of touching, and you know, I was a bit moved by it, to be honest. You know, just recognising and looking at each other and knowing that what we'd done together was, you know, something quite significant and had an impact. You know, sometimes you don't get to sort of, you know, reflect on that stuff, and you're too busy just, you know, going to the next thing and enjoying yourself for that night rather than trying to remember all those past achievements. So it was a time to sort of reflect a little bit and to also thank each other for, you know, being there for each other.
And I think as well, being, you know, you guys have been performing for so long, you got so many, I imagine, good memories and stories, and there's so many songs in your catalogue. To sort of sit back, you know, 20 years after, it must be an amazing feeling. It
is. It's, as I say, you know, when people come to the street and talk about a song that they love, or a gig they saw, or something, you know, something that your music has touched them in some part of their life, it's pretty incredible, you know. It's sort of the thing that you never expect to happen, and, you know, when it does, it's pretty amazing.
Classic Gold, today's hits. Spirit.